Your first 90 days as an entrepreneur, you just quit your job and now you have your first 90 days. So in today's video, remember all this week we've been laying down the foundation for you to make that transition. And now that you're ready to make that transition, let's talk about your first 90 days. This is the most critical time because this is where you can start setting the foundation and building the momentum to continue for your success. So let's talk about your first 90 days. The very first thing that you want to do. This is paramount. Now, these are not in order except for the first one and the last one. The first thing I believe you should do is manage your emotions. This time is critical because we are creatures of habit, but we also do things based on how we feel. You actually have to work so that you do things based on the action versus feeling. But in the beginning stages, until you master those emotions, we do things based on how we feel. So you really want to make sure you're mastering and managing these emotions. So because of that, you want to make sure you're listening to audios that are very inspiring on a regular basis. Particularly when you start your day, before you start work, you want to listen to something that is empowering, that is motivating, that is inspiring. That's going to drive you towards wanting to do action in some way, shape, form towards your success. So manage those emotions because it's going to be, you can have a large range of emotions. Fear may be one of them, apprehension, hesitation. You're going to have different emotions, and that's okay. It's okay to feel the emotions. It's okay to experience the emotions. Just don't let it hinder you. So, step one, manage your emotions. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed with how you feel, your breathing is going to be paramount. So, inhale, deep breaths, exhale. Do that for at least 20 breaths. It goes a very long way. So, the very first step is manage your emotions. From there, step two, schedule and start. Schedule your day, map it out from start to finish. Each hour of each day should be on your schedule. You should know specifically what are you doing throughout each hour of your day. We're going to be making sure we're focusing on the most dollar producing activities. You should have a schedule that's mainly filled with dollar producing activities for the majority of the day, no less than 2 or 3 hours. So let's say whatever you're doing is in sales. You want to be on phones. You want to be online. You want to be talking to people, making sure that you're doing whatever needs to be done to drive in, bring in those sales, bring in that revenue. As you're on the phone, embrace the no. You're going to get told no a lot. It's okay. It's part of the process. Look forward to the no's because with each no, it brings you one step closer to the less. So embrace the no's. It is okay. And then trust the process. Trust the process of dollar producing activities, knowing that you're building a habit and knowing that you're building your thick skin and knowing that if you keep doing these steps, you keep doing what needs to be done, you will ultimately reach those sales. Whatever product, service, whatever it's going to be, it's coming your way. So, number two, schedule and start. Schedule today and start acting. Step three, daily, weekly, monthly goals. Write them down. Write down specifically what are the goals that you want to achieve. Write down monthly, break it down into weekly, break it down into daily, break it down into hourly. Start with the end in mind and work your way backwards. That way you are not so focused on the big overall task between a monthly goal. You're just focused on that daily goal or that hourly goal. So break it down and make sure that you know your numbers. I can't tell you how vital it is that you know your numbers. Keep track of the phone calls that you're making, the conversations that you're having, who you're speaking to. Keep track of all of those things. You're going to need it. And make sure that you're looking daily at your goals, making sure that you're assessing what needs to be done and what you did do. Make sure at the end of the day that you're going back and reviewing what was done. Did you take care of those tasks? Are you getting things done? All right, so step three, daily, weekly, monthly goals. All right, step four, networking and prospecting. Your network is your net worth. only to the extent that you utilize your network. So you want to make sure that you're outside meeting people, building relationships, cultivating relationships. You are obtaining new partnerships. You want to focus on collaboration, not competition. So find other individuals that have a similar value system than you have. Start asking those questions so you understand why, not only what a person does, but why they do what they do. See if those reasons somewhat align with why you're doing what you're doing. Because you're passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, you want to find other individuals that are doing it because they're passionate about it. They have a mission, they have a vision, and it's not just solely based on trying to get another check, trying to get paid. They have a real reason for why they're doing this. And keep in mind, you can have accountability partners that can be part of your network. Make sure you have other individuals that you're staying accountable to, and they're accountable to you as well. So make sure that your accountability partners are people that are gonna hold your foot to the fire. What needs to be done, you're gonna make sure you're getting it done. And it's also a great idea, we spoke about this before, is having coaches as well. So if you don't have a coach, I would strongly suggest that you have a coach, because they're gonna do a great job of making sure that you're staying on task with what needs to be done for step 4. Step 5, branding. Whatever business that you have, you wanna make sure that people are able to recognize you just based on the brand. People don't buy just products, they buy the brands. You can take a look at Kanye West's shoes when they first came out. In my opinion, they didn't look like the best shoes, but they sold out because people are buying the brand. So what is your brand? Do you have a logo? Do you have a website? Do you have a slogan? Are all these things easily seen, easily accessible? Is it on your social medias? Do you have links that back it up? Do you have a link tree? Do you have a funnel? Whatever that you need to have, make sure you're branded. When I branded myself as a realtor, I'm a rhyming realtor. So you want to make sure that you have a brand that people can remember you by when they see you. And they can put the brand with your name or your name with the brand, because people will remember the brand. So make sure that you start branding yourself. Whatever your slogans are, whatever your logos are, you're using them often so that people can get synonymous with the brand, who you are, and what it is that you do. The goal should be, when a person thinks about that business industry, you come to mind. You have to create that space for that to happen. And step number 6, review and reassess. You want to review your day, review your week, make sure that you're staying on task, whatever needs to be done, and that you're reviewing those results. What results did you get from whatever that you did? And when you're looking at those results, make sure that you are able to be honest with yourself and make adjustments where adjustments need to be made. Because it's possible that you didn't get the results that you want. You may have to tweak something. You may have to change something. You may have to put this here, do this earlier, move this around. It's okay. Make adjustments where they're needed. Review the process, reassess, and make sure that you're ready to go back at it for the next week. Scheduling your times that you're working, scheduling your breaks, scheduling the days that you are working, the days that you're off. All these are paramount for you to stay on task. Don't run yourself down thinking you have to work 90 hours every week. There may be weeks where you may want to put that in, but don't run yourself dry. Don't burn yourself out. Have a quick pace, but have a pace, all right? So these are the 6 steps for your 90 days going full-time as an entrepreneur. I have a lot more details I can get into with these, but that's a good place to start. Leave a comment and let me know what you thought about those. If you have any questions about any of those, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.